All right, Algebra 2, welcome to your Section 1.6. Section 1.6 video. We are on page 12 in your 1.4 to 1.6 game plan. This is going to be one of the final videos. You might have one more, I think, covering some of the harder ones in 1.4. But here it is, 1.6 video. I'm going to start on page 12 with number 3. Compound inequality. I want a single x all by itself in the middle. So I'm going to add 2 to all 3 regions. Then I'm going to divide by 3. I want a single x all by itself. Negative 3 over 3 is a negative 1, less than or equal to x, which is less than 4. That is my compound inequality. So x is between negative 1 and 4 in some regard. There's negative 1. There's 4. X is allowed to be negative 1. Negative 1 is less than or equal to x. X is not allowed to be 4 because it has to be less than 4, it says. So close circle around negative 1. Open circle around 4. All right, that is number 3. I'm looking here at 5. I'm going to do 5 and 7 with you. So it looks like the left side of this page we're going to do together. 5 is an interesting compound one. So 4x greater than negative 8. All right, divide by 4. Or divide by negative 3. X is less than or y divided by negative, flip the sign. X is less than or equal to negative 7. All right, the reason it's or, you can't think of a number that is less or greater than or equal to negative 2, but also less than or equal to negative 7, and we'll see when we graph it. So here's negative 2, greater than or equal to, close that circle, shade to the right. Less than or equal to, close the circle, shade to the left. All right, so that's how we graph it. On 7, again, pause this whenever you need to. On 7, again, I want x all by itself in the middle. So what I'm going to do on 7 first is to add 3 to all 3 regions. Negative 6 less than or equal to 4x, which is less than or equal to 24. Then I see what is in the middle, a 4x. I'm going to divide everything by 4. I have a negative 3 over 2, or negative 1.5. Less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 6. So x is between those two numbers. Here is negative 3 over 2. Here's 6. You guys are like, what are you talking about? I can't see any of that. Negative 3 over 2 and 6. You have equality for both. So close circle, shade in between. Close circle, shade in between. All right, that is what we need to see on page 12. On page 13, we'll continue on here. Page 13, absolute value inequalities. We'll look at 11 and 12 first. All right, explain what's going on. Again, we'll talk about this obviously in class. This video is going to be made before you talk about in class. So this is saying from a site 0, I have to live at least 11 miles away. There's 11. I gotta live in that direction, more than 11 miles away. I could live to the left of the tracks, though. I gotta live more than 11 away in that direction. So I can't live, this is the danger zone, I can't live there. So my first inequality would be drop the absolute value bar and write exactly what you see. My second inequality, and that's what this one is to the right. Everybody always thinks about to the right of the tracks there. But then I can have 2x minus 3. Again, I could live 11 to the left. That's a negative 11. You need to think of it like I just multiplied an inequality by a negative, so I need to flip the sign. And that's what this means graphically, less than negative 11 to the left. So now I just solve both, and in both inequalities, I add 3 and divide by 2. 2x greater than 14. X is greater than 7. Add 3. 2x less than negative 8. X is less than negative 4. This would be an OR statement. You can't think of any numbers greater than 7 and less than negative 4. You don't have to worry about and or. This class, just write that down. Greater than 7, less than negative 4. Your two possible solutions there for x. Depending on where you're going to live. Right there. All right. Let's talk about 12. Let's talk about 12. So first inequality, 8x minus 7 less than or equal to 5. So this is saying, it's a different scenario. I have to live within 5 miles or something of an area. Less than or equal to 12 means I could live 5 and closer. I could live 5 to the left of the tracks and closer. So I can live in this area. So it looks a lot different than that. There to the right, there to the left, or in between those two. So we'll see what type of answer we get. 8x minus 7, I could live to the left of the tracks. If I multiply, if that goes from 5 to negative 5, think about it as multiplying by an inequality by a negative, so that sign would flip. And that's what negative 5 and graphing to the right means, greater than or equal to negative 5. Two different ways to think of it there. Add 7 to both sides. X is less than or equal to 3 over 2. Add 7 to both sides. Again, show all this work, divide by 8. X is less or greater than or equal to 1/2. You can think of a number greater than or equal to 1/2, but less than or equal to 3 over 2, like the number 1. So this would be an and statement between 1/4 and 3 over 2. If you take calculus, that would be important to know the difference between that and that or statement in 2 years. All right, and we're continuing. Let's look at number 16 here. All right, going to add 8 to both sides. 2 absolute value of 1 minus x greater than 8. Divide by 2. The absolute value 1 minus x greater than 4. All right. Drop the absolute value, write exactly what you see. Drop the absolute value. Now we're living 4 to the left of the tracks. So it would be, again, if that was a greater than, think of this as multiplying by negative 1. So the inequality sign flips. Subtract 1. Negative x is greater than 3. Subtract 1. Negative x is less than negative 5. Divide both sides and both inequalities by a negative 1. And let's bring that on down. Then the sign's going to flip again. If you divide by a negative, flip that sign. X is less than negative 3. If you divide by a negative, you get the double flip over here. Flip the sign. Greater than 5, less than negative 3. That would be an or statement. You can't think of a number less than negative 3, but greater than 5. That ain't happening. All right, folks, here we are. Let's take a look at the next page. Now in the hashtag game time section. All right, I would imagine your game plan is going to be due next Tuesday or Wednesday. Algebra 2. All right. Let's take a look at 2 x's between. So again, my whole goal is to get something like this, some number less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to some number. Add 4 to both sides. Negative 4 less than or equal to 2x, which is less than or equal to 16. Then I'm just going to divide by 2. Negative 2 less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 8. Compound inequality there. You do not need to graph it. On this page, I would like to talk then about 3. 4 is an interesting one. We're doing class. Let's do 3. Take care of this one. Add 1 to both sides. 3x greater than 5. Then divide by 3. x is greater than 5/3. Here, just simply divide by 4. X is less than -5. Again, it's an or statement. Can't find a number greater than 5/3, but less than -5 as well. All right, so your two answers there. Then let's talk about 5. 2x minus 5 in the absolute value is less than or equal to 9. Drop the absolute value bar. 2x minus 5. Ooh, some mistake there. Greater than or equal to 9. 2x minus 5 less than or equal to -9. Flip that sign. In both equations, I'm going to add 5 and divide by 2. (2x) greater than or equal to 14. 2x less than or equal to -4. Divide both sides by 2. X greater than or equal to 7. X less than or equal to -2.
Teachers, if possible, I'd like to have a very brief meeting with you in the gym here ASAP.
Looks like
5 minutes.
this
If you can't make it,
video's
follow.
gonna be quick. All right, let's take a look then on the next page, page 15. All right, we're gonna get to that meeting in a sec, but we're gonna make this video here. On 12 here, folks. Gonna add 7. Might get knocked on, might have to go here. Then we're gonna divide by 5. 3x minus 4 in the absolute value is less than 8. I'm gonna probably leave this for you to solve. 3x minus 4 less than 8. You can solve that. 3x minus 4 greater than -8. We can also solve that. What I have then planned is to get you started on 15 here. All right. Get you started on 15. Gonna multiply both sides by 4. X minus 2 in the absolute value less than or equal to 28. X minus 2 is less than or equal to 28. X minus 2 greater than or equal to -28. Add 2 to both sides. Get a pretty nice, easy answer there. And then I'm going to do 4 and 6 with you here. 4 and 6. We're definitely 4, guys. On 4, what you got to do on 4 here is distribute 2x plus 1 less than 3x minus 3 less than or equal to 2x plus 22. Distribute. You have only an x in the middle. Everything has at least 2 x's, so I'm going to subtract 2 x's everywhere. 1 less than x minus 3 less than or equal to 22. Then I'm going to add 3 to all regions. 4 less than x, which is less than or equal to 25. Again, if you need to pause that, go ahead and pause that because that is very quick, and you also probably didn't see that work. Lastly, as you know, I have to go somewhere here. Let's talk about number 6. Add 3 to all regions. -3 less than or equal to 3x less than or equal to 27. Divide by 3. -1 less than or equal to x was less than or equal to 9. And folks, that is all my time. This is Yak Math Videos signing out.